in love. You fall in love in a home place.
Scherzavo.
Hi guys, welcome back to our channel.
Fammi far ridere, vai.
Why?
Boh.
Okay, so what are we talking about today?
Our meet?
Yes.
Yes! Again.
So today we are talking about how did we meet, me and my husband. I asked you guys on Instagram and here on YouTube the question, if you have any question, and many people been asking me about how we met. Like this question I've been getting like all the time, and we filmed a video about this, but it was in Swahili and English, and it was our first video, so it wasn't a very good video. And so today we are talking about this, like how we met.
The first time we meet is fast because we meet like in the concert.
Yeah, in Tanzania. There is this like
Zanzibar movie. No, ho sbagliato.
Zanzibar full moon party. Is this party like is so famous in Tanzania, and so we met there, and it was on 2014 September, around September. Yeah.
Sì, Smeralda. Mariam was with a friend.
Yes. So the story, like how it started, is I was like with this girl. She's not like my friend or a friend of my friend. Yeah. Like was the girl that we stayed together in the same apartment, and she was so busy around that time, and she had this guest from Zambia, and she asked me to take this girl around Zanzibar. So I decided to take the girl first in Paje. And we stayed there like for 2 nights, I think, or two nights, yes. And like finish the vacation. I don't know, I can call that vacation, 2-night vacation. And I asked if we can go to this full moon party, and we were like, can we go? Because it was so far from Paje to Kendwa. It was like south to east, like it was very far. And yeah, at the end after like talking to each other if we can go back to Stone Town or we can go to this party, and we decided to go to this party. And yes, so there is where I met my husband. And the story, okay, you're going to start the story. So after arriving there to Kendwa, even that
me, I
day,
was with the family. Yes, was in the play with me.
First of all, me and this girl, when we arrived at the party, this girl lost something, like I think she lost her earring, and we went up to the entrance to go to pick this earring. And then we saw this group of Italians come down to the party, and we are like making so much noise, like always. And me and this girl, we were like, oh my god, they are so noisy, and we were so confusing of searching this earring because I don't know, it was expensive earring. So after searching that and we didn't find the earring, we went back down to the party. And when we were there down, like busy dancing, and Alessandro, so my husband and his friends, I don't know, the Italian, what? Why are you laughing? With his Italian group were behind us.
Sì.
And yes.
Me, I start to approach.
Yes, but before that, the girl was telling me that there is this man behind looking at me. The girl was telling me. And I was like, okay, but I didn't even care. I was busy dancing and drinking, you know, the party. So then, yes, and after...
Me, I went there. And then we start to talk with you.
Yes, you didn't start to talk. You didn't even know how to speak English.
No.
He was he didn't know how to speak English, but he was shy, I don't know. But you Italians, like sometimes you're so shy to speak English. He knew how to speak English, but was not that good. And you asked the guy to talk with me.
Sì.
I remember every point.
Sì.
So the guy was talking to me like, hey, where you from? Huh? Where you from? I don't know.
The Beach Boy?
Yes, the Beach Boy.
Ora ricordo.
Yes, where you from? And this guy, he liked, I was like, my friend was thinking that you like her. And I was like 19 years old. I was like all over the place. And I was like, I was thinking you looking at her. and you say no, 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 no. The girl was confused. Was confusing too. So at the end of the day, he was looking, I don't know, you were thinking that I'm young, eh?
See.
Yeah.
But he was older than...
Why? So that's why he was looking at that the girl so that can talk with the girl about me. I don't know.
See, I don't remember what the exact moment.
Yes, but it was like that.
Sí.
So we talked, and after talking, like he asked my number, and I gave him my number, and say, oh, I will text you tomorrow. And I was like, okay. Then he left, and I was busy dancing, going all over around, and he was following me everywhere.
Sí.
Yes, you were following me. And the guy was telling me that, hey, Mariam, this guy is following you everywhere. And yes, no, you follow me, yes. And after he came to me.
I was drunk.
Yes, and you came to me and you were like, where are you going? Blah, blah, blah. And he started to dance with me and we started to talk. And after that night, like he never leave he was like my handbag. Yeah, so we stayed there and we started to talk, like normal talk, like our relationship before and him if he's single, blah, blah, blah. And after end of the night, we decided to meet next day after the party finished and everyone... I was going to my hotel and he was going to his hotel and we decided to meet the next day. Yeah, so we decided to meet the next day after lunch. The next day after the party, we were going back to Stone Town, me and the girl. And he decided to come with us. Yes.
Yes, because I want to see the villa where you stay.
Yeah, the villa. My apartment, more. And he was just interested to know me more. Yeah, and we went back to Stone Town together, and he came back like that evening. You came back to your hotel because the hotel was
3 hours.
Yes, it was 3 hours from Stone Town to his hotel was like 3 hours. So at the evening he went back to his hotel, and then so the next days he used to come to visit me every morning. Like he come to Stone Town every morning to evening because he booked his hotel. Like he was staying in his hotel like every night, but during the day till evening he used to come to me. And he was already spent the time in Stone Town. Like you stayed 1 week in Stone Town.
No, 3-4 days.
But because he found love. And he decided to
stay forever in Stone Town.
Yes, to spend his holiday in Stone Town with me, like was crazy. So he was like crazy in love, right?
I leave the
yes, okay, continue.
The hotel paid, already paid. I leave and I decide to go to her house.
Yeah, so he came to stay to my apartment for the last 3 days, and yes, from that moment we talk like we were all like interested to each other.
Hey, you need time.
Yes, so we needed time to know each other for that short time, even for like it was like 1 week and a half. So it was something so important for us to know each other because he booked the hotel in another part of Zanzibar and I was in Stone Town. So for him it was important to come, even to lose the money for the hotel because the hotel was not cheap. Yes.
Because I was interested.
Yes. Okay.
After the 2-3 days we stay together there in Stone Town, me I come back to Italy and we promise each other to see again in 2 months.
Yes, so after 2 months, it was September. After 2 months, he came back again. It was December. Terry.
No, it was November.
November? Yes. So after September, he came back again the same year on November. And I decided to take him to my parents, to my mother. My dad died. So I took him to my mother and my sister, my sister who raised me. And yes, and we went back again to Zanzibar and he left back to...
With the last promise to get married or...
Yes.
Or to find the something of
solution, like to
solution.
Yeah, like or to come here to Italy, like
for me, I stay there
for a few months. You are willing to stay there? No.
No, Mariam.
You find love. You fall in love in a home
No, not for
place.
you. No, it's
So yes, and so he kept like after that moment, when he left, he came back again on January to get married. But at this time, like this 1 month, we were keeping in touch. Like we used to chat all the time. We used to chat and talk all the time, and yes, so it was sometimes in the relationship it's very good to keep in touch and talk more because
if you
or
want
else
to get married, you should know the
person you want to get married. Oh yes, and when he came back on January, we decided to go to get married. Yes, so we went back to Dar es Salaam.
We take.
Give me. You want to sleep. So we get married on January, and after like 2 weeks, I get a visa and we came here to Italy. So yes, that is our story. It's
But now we want to come back there. No, scherzo.
You want to? What are you doing?
Eh?
What are you doing?
No.
He's stressed.
Sorry, I'm a little bit tired.
So that is our story, guys. It's not so much like special. It's not something of special that for us.
It's not the story you find in the book. It's normal story.
Yes, but I know it's a little bit strange that we get married so fast. But sometimes if you know someone, like if you know he's the one, you know like immediately. If you know like this girl is the one that I'm going to get married with, or this is the man that he's going to be my husband, you are going to know from the first time. Like you will know. There is no sign like I can tell you like this is the sign that the guy is going to marry you. Yourself, you're going to know that this guy, he's the one. Yes.
If the people, the partner is serious, so
yes, you know if he's serious or not.
Want only to play.
Yeah, but he was the one. And now we are married for 4 years.
And more and more.
Yes, inshallah. Yes, he's the one. Oh, you.
No, lui.
Yeah, he's smiling.
Poverino.
So that's it, guys. If you like this video,
It's simple, fast, but it's the truth.
yes. Yeah.
If you like this video,
Give this video a thumbs up and
like,
subscribe.
subscribe the channel. Okay.
Yes, and I will see you on our next. Bye bye. Ciao.
Then soon. Bye bye.
Say bye. Bye.